Alright guys, welcome to the video today. So in this video, the main focus is going to be versatility. The main reason I kind of focused on this today is because I went through kind of the situation that I'm going to be talking about in this whole sort of scenario. That's the main focus of this video. The same exact thing happened today, and that's kind of my inspiration for it. I believe I was streaming. I streamed the first series I played in the day. I got on later at night. I didn't do as hot at first, and that went unstreamed. So if you guys watched the stream yesterday, by the way, thank you so much for 100,000 views and 20,000 followers on Twitch. I really appreciate it. Twitch is kind of like a side thing, but I also really enjoy it a lot. So thank you for that. But the main thing is I was doing really well earlier today, right? I was thorn shotting, I was last word shotting, and one game I had 3,500 points. Like, it was going really well. At that point in time, I had like 1 hour of warm-up time because I guess they were full for a while and they couldn't get a spot in. But after a while, I ended up playing. I did super well shotting. I haven't shotgunned in sweaties in a very long time, so the movement was a little weird, but you kind of slowly, gradually kind of warm yourself up to it because I've been shotting, just not in sweaty. So it's kind of a different environment, but I learned pretty fast and I did pretty well. I got on later and I played without a warm-up and I did really, really bad. And when this kind of happens, because I know how to thorn shoddy and I know how to last word snipe, I last word shoddy from time to time. It's actually a really fun playstyle because you're pretty much always in their face. But I'll be doing terrible at one, but you always have the other one in the back pocket, you know? Like, if you're playing against a certain team where maybe thorn shoddy just isn't working, you can always switch to a completely different loadout, and the same exact thing, except for obviously like switched around. If I'm doing last word sniper and I'm playing against a really good team that maybe their composition or whatever and kind of how they're playing, it makes it really hard for me to snipe against them, then I'll switch to a thorn shoddy. A perfect example of that, I'm gonna give an example of both sides, but the first one is coming from last word snipe to thorn shoddy. So originally in the tournament, the last tournament was like around a week ago, we ended up playing in the finals against UK boys, and they had Little Sonic, Ozzy, and I believe their third was Harry. And basically what happened is we did really well the first map. The first map was a lot of rotations and like getting snipe angles and primary angles and all that, but I think they kind of like caught on to the whole sniper thing because I got a good amount of primary kills, but I got a lot of sniper kills in the first game. I had a really good number of snipes that were impressive, but at the same time I had a lot of snipes where they just were plain old just not looking at me. And we got Rusted Lands and Pantheon back to back, and what they did is they held mid, so obviously mid cube on Pantheon and then B on Rusted Lands. And when you're trying to push, when you don't have mid map control and you have a last word sniper on your team, there were no I literally did not see them at all with a sniper. My sniper shot wasn't bad, my sniper shot wasn't off, they just plain did not allow me to shoot them, and it was really smart by them. And what kind of cost us in the end is I didn't kind of recognize that fast enough. I was kind of stubborn and I wanted to stay last word sniping, but what ended up happening is we played Burning Shrine and that same sort of thing was happening. Just there weren't really any opportunities for me to snipe them, and slowly over time I decided I think the right move right now is to go thorn shoddy. So I went thorn shoddy, and I think we were down like 1,000 points at the time, and we took it back, and we ended up winning the game, extending the series. The next game, me and Wally did pretty well. Unfortunately, our third was having a bad series, and it was just kind of impossible to win with that happening. It's an unfortunate it was an unfortunate situation, but I feel like that example is kind of perfect for this video. And then for today, like I said, I kind of mentioned that earlier, I did really well when I was thorn shotting and last word shotting earlier in the day, and I was playing against really good players. I was playing against Anbu, Pure, and I think their third was Little Man, so it's still solid players. Obviously shot registration is going to be a little bit different playing 3 Cali players compared to playing all 3 East Coast players. So I ended up playing 3 East Coast players in the afternoon, and I was on an East Coast host. I don't know if that really had much to do with anything. I just kind of felt awkward and slow, and I was just getting farmed, and I was doing absolutely terrible while shotgunning. And I ended up pulling out a sniper, and then all of a sudden everything changed. Instead of us being down by 400, 500, or over 1,000 and getting farmed off of our spawns, all of a sudden we were getting picks, we were rotating on people, collapsing on people, farming people off spawn. I think I like after the game where I started sniping, I think we played 4 games and I went positive in all of them. and then previous to that, I went negative in all the games where I shotgunned. While previously, earlier in the day, I was doing super good at shotgunning, and I was outperforming most of the other shotgunners on the team, and I was winning most of my shotgun battles. But later in the afternoon, I was losing shoddy battles. I couldn't hit people with my primary weapon because I switched sensitivities when I go from shoddy to sniper. Because for sniping, a 3 sensitivity is very, very consistent, and it's kind of what works, I think, best for most of the sweaty sniping community. I'm sorry if you kind of thought this was going to be like a trials sort of video, but it's mainly geared toward like the top competition in a game mode like Salvage or Skirmish. And it does apply to trials in a sense that if you're playing against a certain team, you don't have to keep a shoddy on, you don't have to keep a sniper on, you don't have to keep last word on. If something's not working, and this is kind of something I learned from Overwatch, where there's different team compositions and you always have to mix it up. If something is not working, don't worry about not getting special ammo. At the end of the day, having a primary and having primary only in some cases can be the best thing you have, because you're not encouraged to run out there with a shoddy or to hardscope every lane with a sniper and get shot from the side. If something's not working, just switch from it. And if you have the versatility and you're good with a sniper, you're good with a shotgun, you're good with Hawkmoon, you're good with Thorn, especially going into year 3, that might be something you want to work on, and you're good with Hawkmoon, you're good with all those things. You don't just have to use one loadout, and specifically you don't have to use one loadout in one sitting. So if you're playing trials games, if you're playing one trials card, you can always switch it up in between games, in the middle of games. It really doesn't matter. At the end of the day, it's just about switching it up and kind of combating, I guess, what works well at the moment. And if you're not doing well, just switch. It's really easy to be stubborn, and that's what I do most of the time. But the main point of this video, just wrapping it up, don't be afraid to switch. I've kind of repeated that a few too many times, so I feel it's time to end the video today. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you are unaware, I've kind of included this at the end of all my videos recently, because I'm going to college soon. This is my last year of high school, and I'm trying to kind of, make YouTube my main income. It sounds kind of dumb because it's not like a job, but at the same time, if I can manage, balancing Twitch, YouTube, and college at the same time, I feel like that's going to put a lot of financial stress off of the family and off of myself. So today and this month is actually double commissions on KontrolFreek.com. So all of their partners, if you use my discount code to buy a set of Kontrol Freeks, then I basically get twice the commission. So I'm saying, if you already have Kontrol Freeks, do not buy more, because I've had the same exact pair for the last year. But if you don't have them, look into them, watch videos about them, and make kind of your own informed decision. I just like them because they protect my controller, and you're never going to have to worry about, at least for PS4, I think Xbox sticks are a lot more durable, but you're never going to have to worry about your PS4 rubber melting off or rubber getting rubbed off. I've been ranting. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I hope you guys enjoyed the commentary. At the time of this video, this is midnight before the Bungie stream, so I'm going to be watching it today, or I watched it today, depending on when this is uploaded. Let me know what you guys think of the stream in the description or in the comment section. Yeah, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Peace.